I've often been asked what makes you different to the other tipsters on TikTok. And the truth is, a lot of them are just chancers who see this as a quick route to cash, because you can say that you're a great tipster, anybody can do it, it's a free startup, and you can put some tips out and people might join you if you can convince them. The problem is, it starts to go wrong and they quickly realise that actually making a positive P&L, a positive profit and loss column on a spreadsheet, or having sustainably good results is far more difficult than they first realised. And what happens then is they might get, say, 30 subscribers at £20 a month. That's £600 a month. That's a lot of money to a lot of people, and they don't want to lose that. So when things start to go wrong, their only solution is to further compound their shortfalls and start resorting to unacceptable practices. Basically, they're sowing the seeds of becoming a con artist, a scam artist. And that is just the reality of what happens. And there's so many people doing it now to various degrees of success and failure. So that degree of separation between me and them, at least on TikTok, there's a few decent judges on TikTok, don't get me wrong. But for the most part, that degree of separation comes from the fact that I've been doing this for 22 years. I've been tipping horses online for 22 years. So I'm thousands of hours ahead of them. And, just generally speaking, while they're playing FIFA and watching EastEnders, I'm watching replays and studying speed figures. And for me, it's a lifestyle. And, I've earned my stripes. I've spoken before about the companies I've worked for, the websites I've worked for, worked on radio, worked on TV, newspapers, the whole lot. Now I do it completely for myself. Whatever way you weigh it up, I've earned my stripes and I truly put the time in. But more importantly than that, I go back to what they have to do, these chancers. They have to try and prove that they can beat the game. Then they realise they can't beat the game, so they resort to unacceptable practices that turns them into a con artist. I know I can beat the game. It's not up for dispute. I can beat the game. It's been proven over and over and over again, year after year after year after year. And that's not a big-headed thing. It's an inevitability because of the work that I put in. So beating the game is not just easy for me. It's actually fun. 95% of the time or more, it's fun. You obviously get little grinding pockets where you might hit a dodgy patch, but then you just go back to your patience and your discipline and your experience and your process, and you know that you'll come out the end of that. And it still remains quite a fun game, even in those little pockets where it gets quite challenging. So that's why.